'Twas a dark and stormy night again, following a dark and stormy day again. And the animals in the jungle were getting tired of being tired and cold with being cold. In the dark, in the storm, with no fire. Their flame had gone out. This was in a time when animals and humans spoke to each other, way back before even I was born. Well, anyway, one of the little critters looked up the mountain and saw a flickering light in the distance. "What's that?" the critter squeaked. And all the animals looked. "I think it's fire." Well, the antelope said, "I will go up. I will go and see what this fire is, and I will bring fire back for us." And up the antelope went, up the hills, until he came to a wee hut. And there was an old woman sitting there with a little girl playing out in the field beside the hut. And the antelope said, "Old woman, I am from the jungle, and we, the animals, need some fire." And the old woman said, "Well, not a problem. Just go and fight my lily girl over there." And the antelope said, "I cannot fight that little girl." And the old woman went, "Ha, ha, ha, ha. Well, if you fight and beat her, well, you shall have fire." The antelope thought about all his friends back in the jungle and decided he wouldn't hurt the wee girl too much. So off he trotted into the field. And as he trotted, the old lady sang, "Go, go, lilu, goru, fight him, lily, goru, swing him high to the sky. He won't come down till tomorrow." And at that end of the song, the lily girl, she charged at the antelope, who charged at her, and she flicked his hoof up into the air. And when he finally came down in the sand. And he all the way back to his friends in the jungle. And that is why the antelope hacks. Well, the animals were so sad and so sorry, and the elephant said, "Not to worry. I will go. I am big. I am strong. I will teach that lily girl." So up the elephant went, up the hill, to the hut where the old lady sat. "I've come to have fire, old lady." And the old lady looked at the elephant and said, "But of course, all you have to do is fight Lily Girl." And the elephant looked at the old lady and then looked at the Lily Girl so little and said, "Oh, that shall be nothing at all. I shall try not to hurt her too much, Mama." And the old lady laughed as she began to sing, "Guru, Lily, Guru, Guru, Lily, Guru, fling him high to the sky. Won't come down till tomorrow." When the elephant charged at the little girl, and the little girl took his trunk and flipped him up into the air, and up he went, and clunk he landed right on his face. And oh, his lips, they swelled and swelled, and his nose grew and grew, and as he humbly made his way back down to his friends in the jungle. Oh, and that is why to this day elephants have tusks. Well, the next to go up was a little spider. "I can go, I can work, I can help." All the animals laughed. "We sent an elephant, we sent the antelope. What can you, little spider, do?" "Well, let me see. Let me just go up and see." So up went the little spider. And he looked at Mama, who at this point just shooed him off into the forest. She didn't even bother singing the song. Well, that Lily girl, she took one little foot of the 4 little feet that the spider had and flung the spider up into the air. And when the spider landed, oh, each leg became 2. And that is why spiders have 8 legs to this day. Well, the spider wobbly walked all the way back down to his friends, who were sitting cold and miserable and fearful and very, very hungry. Well, at last, the snail said, "I have a plan." They all looked at the snail. "What kind of plan could you possibly have?" "I have a plan, and I'm going to start now. By tomorrow, we shall have fire." "Okay," said all the animals, laughing amongst themselves. Well, up the snail went, but he did not go the usual way. He went in around the back. And when no one was looking, when Mama and Lily Girl were sleeping, the snail slithered and made a slippery, slippery track all around the outside of the field. Then he slowly, 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 slowly walked back. The next day, there he was, bright and early in the morning, just a-trembling and waiting. Well, when Mama saw him, she truly thought there is absolutely no need for me to sing the Lily Guru song. Just go ahead. And the Lily Girl was so impressed with herself that she went running, and slipped on the silvery trail that the snail laid down, and up in the air she went. Wah! Wah! She's still up in the air, and the snail grabbed a little bit of fire, put it on his back, and slithered on back to the jungle. Well, in time, Lily Girl did come down, whoop, and that is how tears came to the world. And when the Mama saw her Lily Girl crying, she gave Lily Girl a big hug. And that is how love came into the world. The end.